Hey guys, Persistent Programmer here, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to look at the problem Move Zeros from Leetcode, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button below this video because that helps me create this content for you guys. Awesome, so let's get started. Okay, so this question is basically asking you to move all the zeros given in an array to the end of the array. And in doing that, what we need to do is we need to maintain the order of our numbers that are given to us in the array. So for example, if we have this input right here, we need to return this output where the numbers that are between the zeros still follow the same order. So like the 1 is here, the 3 is after it, and then the 12 is after it, and all the zeros are moved to the end. So in a nutshell, that's what the question is asking. So normally if I see a question like this, what I would do is, okay, so if I just need to get rid of the zeros, I would just create another array and then just loop over this array. So just a normal for loop, and if the num is not equal to 0, then I would just push it into the new array and get this result. However, the question asks you to do this in place. So what that means is I cannot create a separate array and allocate space to push these items into that new array. So this is why this question is a little bit more tricky than having extra space and then solving this problem in O of n space solution. However, we're going to try and solve it in O of 1 space. So if you see here, the question is asking you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. So since I can't create a separate structure, I need to find a way to swap values within the same array in place. And what I need to do, the ideas I need to have to strategize the solution is I need to have a way to hold on to the 0 if I encounter a 0, and then swap it with a number. So just move that number forward. So that's the big idea about this problem, how to approach this type of solution. So if there's an in-place restriction or constraint in the requirement, what you need to think of is, okay, how can I move items within the array to move something forward and then push something to the back? So let's go through the full example of this, and then it will become very clear to you how to use 2 pointers to solve this problem. If we have a pointer I in a normal for loop, so we can initialize this to, this is just going to go its own way through this list, and this is going to start at 0 and then go to the end of the list. And what we need to do now is keep track of where the zeros are. And to do this, we need a second pointer, and we can initialize this at, we can call this previous index, let's say. And we will also initialize this at 0. So if I walk step by step through this algorithm, what's going to happen is first, I and previous both start at the same point. So they're both here. So this is I and this is previous, right? So they both start. Now I is in the for loop, so it moves forward. And now I is here at this item. So this is where I is, and previous is still at 0. So what we can do is tell the algorithm to move forward every time it sees a number. So if it encounters a number that's not 0, what we want it to do is to swap it with the previous index. And you can see that the previous index is still here. So this is the previous, and this is I, right? So our condition can be that if nums I is not equal to 0, right, then you can swap that number with the previous number, and we want to keep the previous at a 0. So we're not going to increment the previous in the normal for loop. So this is the condition we need to keep in mind. So let me walk through the whole algorithm so it's step by step very clear. So okay, so we encountered this previous, and what we're going to do now is swap. So this is when we want to do the swap. So here you want to do the swap. Okay? So when we swapped, it looks like this, right? And then we want to increment previous. So we will increment previous, and previous is now here. Okay, so this is the P previous, and I is moved on to its next iteration. So now I is here, right? So now previous and I are both at 0. And the condition for this is if num is not equal to 0, then do the swap with the previous, which is a 0. So in this case, what will happen is, well, I is at a 0, so this condition will not be met. So I will just keep moving, right? So in the next iteration, I is here, 3. Now 3 is not equal to a 0. And do you see how previous is still here? So previous is still at the 0. So the reason for the second index is just to identify where the 0 is from the left-hand side of the array, and just swap it with that, because if you keep doing that, you will automatically push all the zeros to the end. So okay, so we have that 0 here, and this is where previous is currently, and I is now here. So what do we need to do? We need to swap and increment the previous. So this is going to go here, and this is going to go here, right? So now we have swapped, and we have incremented previous. So this is where previous is, and this is where, so we have swapped this I over. So okay, I moves on now to the next. So I is here. And again, we are at this case where the number at the ith index is not equal to 0, it's 12. And what we need to do again, we need to swap and move the previous forward, right? So we need to do a swap here. So we did the swap, right? And then move the previous forward. So the previous is going to end at this index, and then the I, it will just finish the loop in its normal for loop. So I hope this helped you understand the bigger picture of what we want to do. So basically the idea of the previous index is to hold on to a 0, the 0 from the left hand side, and just keep swapping it with the items as I moves forward if that number is a non-zero number. Okay, so with this idea in mind, let's go ahead and look at the implementation. Awesome, so I'm back in Leetcode, and what I've done here is I've initialized the previous index, which is going to hold on to that 0 from the leftmost side of our list. And what I've done here is I have a for loop, which is just going to go through the nums array. And what we're going to do here is at each point we're going to check if nums at that I index is not equal to 0. And this is when we know we need to swap it with the item that is holding the 0, which is the previous index. So I'm just going to do a normal swap here, and if you want to see more problems like this, I will link one up here that I've done on my channel, reverse strings, so you can have a look there. But it's just how a swap is generally done. So I will initialize a variable called hold, which is going to hold on to that previous index value, which in this case is 0. So I will say nums at that previous index. And then what I'm going to do is, now that I have that, I'm actually going to move the number in the I forward. So I will just swap the number at the end of the array to the number holding the 0. So this is when the swap is going to happen. So here I will say nums at the previous index, which is the left side, is going to be equal to the number that is not 0, because remember we're in this condition where the number is not 0, and this is exactly what we want. So nums I. And once I've done that, oh no, semicolon here. Okay, and once I've done that, what I will do is I will just put the 0 at the nums I, which currently holds that non-zero number, because we want the zeros to be on the end of the array. So I'll say nums I is equal to hold. And the last thing we need to do is move our previous index pointer forward. So I'll say previous index plus equals 1. Okay, so this looks good. We don't need to return anything. Let me just give it a quick run. Okay, accepted and submit. Yay, awesome, success.